Registered Phenomena Code 182. Object Class Theta Red. Alpha Purple. Hazard Types: Immeasurable Hazard, Info Hazard, Extra-dimensional Hazard. Containment Protocols: RPC-182 is to be contained in a magnetically sealed storage compartment of Site. See Site Director Report for more information. All personnel with a security clearance of Level 4 or 5 are allowed access to RPC-182. All personnel with a security clearance of Level 4 or 5 who have received a testing permit from their Site Director are allowed access to RPC-182. Following Incident 182-01, all tests are to be supervised by Site Director. Under no circumstances should any personnel search RPC-182 for information that is hazardous to reality, that would inadvertently lead to the destruction of this facility, and endanger the lives of the general population. Description: RPC-182 is a leather-bound book belonging to the Cult of Uut'L'iithra. The book is bound in leather from an unidentified animal containing an immeasurable number of pages. The pages are blank, save for the first page, which is an acknowledgement by an unknown writer towards an Uut'L'iithra High Priest, referred to as Amaranth, transcribed below. Devoted Amaranth, for your service and your loyalty, I lend to you this book. Let it give unto you knowledge of the Expanse to better commit to the understanding that you so feverishly desire. Inscribe unto the book what you seek with your blood, and attain insight. RPC-182 is a catalog of information based upon RPC-299's database that is accessible when transcribing blood into an empty page. As indicated in the acknowledgement, the blood will fade into the page and disappear, only for RPC-182 to produce pages of written material regarding any particular subject the user writes. The book acts as a search function to instantly pull information directly from RPC-299's hub. RPC-182 covers a large variety of information when used, including, but not limited to, anomalous entities, especially ones currently in possession of the Authority. When inscribing into the book, it is imperative that the writer must be specific when searching for a particular subject in RPC-182. The book can only retain information that is based on RPC-299's knowledge of the subject in question. The complexity of a subject is depending on increasingly precise word strings. This can boil down to asking for specific information about the subject, with only that portion of the information being made available, or inscribing information into the book regarding the subject. As transference of knowledge from the book to the reader has set a dangerous precedent with extra-dimensional, extraterrestrial, and info-hazardous information exposure being highly probable, caution is advised. See Incident 182-01 in the testing logs. RPC-182 was recovered from an Uut'L'iithra cult cell operating in New Orleans, when anomalous signatures caught the attention of Area. The discovery of the cell led to an organized recovery raid, resulting in 6 captured, 2 dead, and 7 missing suspected cult members. RPC-182 was discovered among the recovered materials found. Site Director Report: due to the nature of RPC-182, we must ensure the strictest confidentiality. Since Containment, there has been an increase of raids on Area by the Cult, and it is likely to draw attention from other GOIs. RPC-182 had to be transferred to an undisclosed site for this reason. Addendum 182-01. For an in-depth look into the RPC-182's effects, refer to the test logs below. Log 182-01. Date: June 22, 2019. Subject: CSD-3176. Experiment: CSD-3176 is ordered to inscribe in blood a complete study of quantum physics. Results: 150,000 pages of written text appeared within the book, covering every study, known or otherwise theoretical, of quantum physics. Many established theories presented in the piece, while considered debunked, are used as references that further supports other particular studies. One such study includes the infamous dark fluid theory presented last year, but with a more complete overview. Many such aspects of the book cover probabilities of utilizing elements to achieve faster-than-light travel without breaking the laws of relativity. However, society's current technological limitations makes it improbable to build a contraption capable of such a feat without understanding the means. Notes: copies of the pages have been made, bound into a book, and distributed to Authority sites for the Physics Department. I wonder what we could achieve through this. Log 182-02 Date: June 23, 2019. Subject: CSD-2122. Experiment: after provided knowledge of the procedure, CSD-2122 has ordered to inscribe in blood whatever they wish. The subject writes into the book, "Why do kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?" Results: "You are not clever" appears in the first page of the book. This is followed by a 10-page overview detailing health concerns regarding the extremely high sugar content of children's breakfast cereals and its correlation with childhood obesity. Log 182-03 Date: June 23, 2019. Subject: CSD-8152. Experiment: CSD-8152 is ordered to inscribe in blood. What is the RPC Authority? Results: only a single page that appears to be an analysis piece in the form of a personal log entry. The group is highly secretive, a small but quasi-global organization dedicated to the defense, technological, and societal advancement of mankind. Do they protect themselves against each other? It seems likely the case, given that organizations such as the Church of Malthus exist. Their primary objective is to protect humanity from abnormalities. Some are more relative to this planet than on other worlds. There is very little known about them. Are they friend or are they foe? Do they truly believe they can achieve the understanding as we do? We must know. They must be shown the way. They have eyes, but they do not use them. I can see clearly, Authority. But can you see me? Notes: whose log is this? Log 182-04 Date: June 23, 2019. Subject: CSD-1119. Experiment: prior to the test, one of the captured Uut'L'iithra occultists was brought into the chambers of RPC-135. While the subject could not see, RPC-135 was still able to influence him. The cultist disappeared after climbing into the screen. Hours later, CSD-1119 was ordered to write, "What is the other side that RPC-135 pulls people into?" Results: data expunged. All further testing has ceased for the day. Notes: amnestics have been administered to all personnel involved with this test. Log 182-05 Date: June 24, 2019. Subject: Dr. with approved clearance to personally experiment with the book. Experiment: Dr. inscribes into the book with his blood, Romulus and Remus. Results: 200 pages of text appear. Much of the content found in the pages are based off of, or referenced by other historical records. It is difficult to ascertain if this is an extensive piece or just cross-referencing. Notes: much of what is found here can be found in just about any other library, albeit severely limited. Log 182-06 Date: June 24, 2019. Subject: Dr. Experiment: Dr. inscribes into the book JFK Assassination. Results: 1,300 pages of text appear. The result of the JFK assassination was an accumulation of events leading up to it. The President had been restricting the CIA's influence and involvement after the Bay of Pigs. He became more involved in the country's militarized affairs, recognizing that the situation in Vietnam started to come at great cost, despite the resultant economic growth driven by the arms industry, and slowly began drawing support away. Bush and Johnson had conspired with the CIA per George's orders to eliminate JFK. As Johnson's wife holds the majority stock of the Huey Bell helicopters, Bush assured Lyndon's position as president and doubled down on the war effort in Vietnam. Notes: this is the most damning evidence I have never thought we'd come across. We should keep hold of this for now. Log 182-07 Date: June 24, 2019 Subject: Dr. Experiment: Dr. Inscribes into the Book, Association for Ecclesiastical Primacy. Results: the page remains blank. Log 182-08 Date: June 24, 2019 Subject: Dr. Experiment: Dr. Inscribes into the book RPC 866. Results: another string of text appears. You cannot hope to understand something so broken. The more you think of it, the more you shall falter. I suggest you to stop inquiring any further. Log 182-09 Date: June 25, 2019 Subject: Dr. Experiment: Dr. Inscribes into the book RPC 301, or Acoustic Black Holes. Results: a 100-page scientific analysis report appears in the book. RPC 301 is considered to be an abnormal instance of acoustic black holes, as they do not follow the same fundamental laws as we understand from physics. Even the copies of the quantum physics book, the Authority inscribed from RPC-182, do not make any note as to why RPC-301 is animated, and why it would be sensory destructive. The analysis indicates that RPC-301 is an artificial anomaly in nature. The research of this report was done by W.G. Unruh, though there are no known copies of this report in any scientific article published. Notes: oh, the physics department is going to love this. Incident 182-01 Date: June 26, 2019 Subject: Dr. Experiment: Dr. Inscribes into the book Understanding Gods, or How to Become a God. Results: one page of text appears. Dr. reads the contents of the page. Approximately 1 minute and 35 seconds, an explosion occurred within RPC-182's testing chambers, destroying everything within a 30-meter radius from the chambers. Only the book is left intact. The entire facility is in lockdown, and further testing has ceased. No remains of Dr. were found, and is declared dead. In regards to this incident, containment protocols have been updated accordingly in regards to RPC-182 searches. Hello? For more information and test logs on RPC-182, please refer to the Extended Test Logs. RPC-182 Extended Test Logs. When recording data, refer to the format below during the recording of the test. Log 182 Date: Subject: Experiment: Results: Notes. Log 182-010 Date: 2013 Subject: CSD-1748 Experiment: CSD-1748 is ordered to write the phrase, "For whom the bell tolls," in its own blood in RPC-182. Results: a 388-page study about the song "For Whom the Bell Tolls" by Metallica. The study goes into great detail about the origin of the song's title, meaning, relation to other songs within the group's 1984 album Ride the Lightning, creation and development, lyrics, literary symbolism, sales figures across multiple platforms and future projections, and also produced accurate sheet music for electric and bass guitar, drums, and vocals. While some information was corroborated by multiple prior interviews with Metallica, some information was previously unknown until James Hetfield, co-founder, lead vocalist, rhythm guitarist, and main songwriter of Metallica, Kirk Hammett, lead guitarist and contributing songwriter of Metallica, and Lars Ulrich, drummer and co-founder of Metallica, were contacted by the Authority to verify the information within. Note: no, we are not using RPC as a Ouija board in order to interview Cliff Burton from beyond the grave. Permission denied. Senior Researcher. Log 182-011. Date: 2013. Subject: CSD-1748. Experiment: CSD-1748 is ordered to write the phrase "penis enlargement techniques" in its own blood in RPC-182. CSD-1748 expresses hesitation at the subject matter, but does so. Results: RPC-182 produces a 1,082-page study about numerous penile lengthening techniques throughout history, including jelqing, 263 brands of various alleged penile enlargement pills, patches, and ointments, various surgical techniques, including the injection of subcutaneous fat, dermal fillers, silicone gel, or PMMA, as well as division of the suspensory ligament, a ligament in the penis that holds it close to the pubic bone, as well as supports it when erect, various traction and vacuum erection devices, hanging weights, and the consumption and application of various herbs and native plants. Additionally, it explains how to perform them, their possible side effects, and their efficacy at elongating the penis in great detail. However, almost none of the techniques described in the study have any sort of notable effectiveness. Notes: Senior Researcher was later verbally reprimanded for conducting this experiment. Further infractions will result in reassignment and eventual demotion. Additional notes: CSD-1748 has additionally requested blood be drawn from his body beforehand, prior to conducting experiments with him, in order to decrease pain and possible risk of infection at the site of puncturing. Request has since been approved. Log 182-012. Date: 2013. Subject: CSD-1748. Experiment: prior to the experiment, a pint of CSD-1748's blood was drawn and put into storage for further testing. CSD-1748 was given a modified fountain pen filled with his own blood, rather than ink, in order to effectively write. CSD-1748 was then ordered to write the phrase "History of Gatorade" in RPC-182 while utilizing a new writing implement. Results: a 12,436-page report detailing the history of the Gatorade Company Incorporated, from its founding in 1965 to the present day. The report includes copies of Gatorade's financial records from 1965 until 2013, a complete timeline of all products released and discontinued, previously unknown details about its acquisition by PepsiCo, and extensive summaries of the work conducted by everyone presently or formerly employed by the Gatorade Company Incorporated, among others. Analysis of the text is still undergoing. Notes: prior venipuncture testing is a success. Further testing is to be conducted in the same manner.